Hello, everybody. My name is Dr. Robin Taylor. For those of you who don't know me, I'm really excited about our autism endorsement and really happy to be working with the ones I've been working with and meeting new ones joining our endorsement. Makes me so happy to see that there's such an interest out there to help students with autism, as it's really a high growing number, and we're all going to be teaching students with autism in our classrooms at some point. I wanted to begin by talking to you about how to reach out to me since this is an online course. As you know, I always check email pretty regularly, and every once in a while I might have something that comes up on the weekend, but I promise you I'll get back in touch with you at least within 24 hours. But I've tried to open up a variety of other ways that you can get in touch with me, such as Google Hangouts. I want you to call me on my phone or text me on my phone. If you prefer to use Skype, my Skype name is rtaylor6_2. And of course, email me anytime. I usually check my email pretty quickly and pretty often, and I'll get back to you because I'm very interested in what's going on with you. I tried to think of some times when you might have available that you wanted to be able to reach out, but maybe you didn't think you could because it was like a weird time. And I know that most of you are in classes that start at 8 o'clock and go until the late afternoon with a little bit of a break for lunch. And sometimes even that lunch break is taken away. So what I wanted to tell you is that I'm going to specifically be available at 6 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock, and then again from 11:30 to 12:30 on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, so that if you have a need, a question, a concern, or just want to tell me about something that's going on, you would be able to get me. I know that lots of times in the morning is when I'm thinking about what all I need to get done, and I just have a question about how to solve some problem. And so I want to be there. If you want to talk about something, then I want to be there to help you move past that. Your syllabus is like all syllabi. They've got all kind of information in them. We do have a required textbook. It's called Autism Spectrum Disorders, Foundations, Characteristics, and Effective Strategies. It's a really good textbook, or I wouldn't have required you to read it. But it is a textbook, so it's not like sit on the edge of your seat kind of reading, but it's very good information. And in the course, I've tried to help you get through the chapters by providing you with these reading guides. And so as you look in Brightspace or D2L, you'll see that there's this reading guide kind of assignment. And so when you open it, it'll have a couple of questions that as you read your chapter, you're looking for the answer for those questions. So it kind of gives you purpose in how to read the chapter. And then it'll have some fill in the blank. So as you're reading, you can fill in the blank to the information that you come across. So I think that'll be helpful. It's due every week. And you'll see that down here on page 5 when we're talking about our assignments. And that's the guided reading assignment. There are 14, and they count 5 points apiece. And so all in all, you have 14. And the way that I view our course running is that it will begin on Monday morning at 8, and it'll end that following Sunday at a minute till midnight at 11:59. So you have that entire time to complete your guided reading. And of course, know if you need any help or you have a question, I want you to reach out to me. The next assignment is this Autism One-on-One. And so it's kind of an online kind of breakdown of what is autism. It takes less than an hour to listen to, and you can go to this at this link. Once you sit through this kind of course, you're going to get a certificate. And what I'd like for you to do is sign your name on the certificate, save the certificate, and you'll turn it as an assignment. And that's just easy points. So I look forward to everybody getting that. And it's just some good basic information. In our course, you're going to have 8 discussions. There's a rubric in Brightspace so that you'll know what's expected and how to answer. And the assignment that I am just so really excited about is a poster presentation. And so I am on 2 different committees for the North Georgia Healthcare Partnership, and they're holding a conference at the Trade Center this year. It's going to be October the 19th, and it runs from 8:30 to 4 o'clock. So I've been talking to them, and I've talked with our dean, and I've gotten permission for y'all to go and present. And so we're going to be presenting poster presentations at this conference, and they're expecting around 350 people to show. So it'll be a great experience. Part of your assignment, however, is for you to go to this site here to submit your poster presentation proposal. And then you'll come back and we'll register for the conference here. But everybody has to write a poster presentation proposal, and it should be about something that would help teachers or parents in ways that they could work with their children or their students that have autism. Just for example, in the 4778 course, you all, whoever took that class, you created that visual schedule using the TEACH method. So using some of that information for a poster presentation would be great. So again, there's a lot of information that's out there. I'll help you come up with some ideas, but everybody is going to submit a poster presentation proposal, and then we'll register for the conference. Right now, it's going to cost $25 each to attend the conference, but I'm working on a way to try to get some money to secure for us to not have to pay for all of the conference. The last thing that you're going to have to do for the class is a case study, and that's your critical assignment. It'll go into your autism portfolio under the CEC Standard 1. So you'll submit your artifact and write a reflection. But what you're going to do is you're going to conduct an interview with 3 people. I'd love for it to be the parent of a child with autism, but sometimes that's hard to do. And so what you're going to do is you're going to identify an individual with autism, and then you're going to interview 3 people that know that one student. So the purpose of the interview is for us to gain information and to determine what's going on with that educational planning for that student. At the same time, you are interviewing these people and you're getting to know that student and you're talking about the educational programming. You're going to also read 2 articles, but I want you to find those 2 articles, and I want them to be recent. And I want the articles related to educational placement, the social level of students with autism, and how that social deficit, that inability to socialize, impacts their educational placement, impacts them in your classroom. And then, of course, behavioral concerns. So we'll have 3 themes with this assignment: educational placement, the social level, and behavioral concerns. And what I want you to do is to read the 2 articles, interview those people, and then think about what you've learned. So what you read in the articles, are you seeing that through the interviews with that kid? Even if you have the chance to interview the child and the caregivers and the teachers think that that's appropriate, then that would also be a great addition to this case study project that we're doing. Of course, I don't want to know who anybody is, and I know that many of you like things really, really spelled out. And so I tried to do that here. So what will this report look like? You're going to have a cover page. You're going to tell about how you explained to the people that you interviewed, how that they were welcome and that you were going to keep their information confidential. You'll describe the findings from your synthesis, and what that means is you'll describe what went on with your interview and what you've read, and you're going to make connections between the interviews and the articles. And so that's synthesizing, that's putting together information, that's critical thought. And then your last page is going to be your reflection. And that was, what did you think of all this, and how did it impact you as a future teacher? You'll need to have at least 5 references, and of course, they'll be cited using APA. Again, in your syllabus, you'll see how things are broken down in terms of point value. Your case study, which is your critical assignment, is 100 points. It's due at the very end of the class, December 3rd. You have guided readings that are due every week. You have the autism certificate that you could knock out tonight if you wanted to. You'll have 8 discussion posts. They count 40 points apiece, and they're due every other week. Just like last semester when you went through the course, it was set up week by week. That's how this course is also set up. So just travel through it week by week, going at your own pace. You also have a midterm and a final. Your midterm and your final will take place, your midterm during week 8. So it has restricted dates. I know some of you are really eager to get started, but you can't take your midterm until you've actually had a chance to read half of the textbook and so forth for the final. The course topics, that's in your syllabus here, and that's exactly how D2L is set up. I'm excited about our next autism class. I am extremely excited about our poster presentations. I know you're going to do a great job, and I'm here to help you. And y'all know that I'm willing to meet you anywhere you want to sit down and have a face-to-face. So just let me know. I think the world of y'all. I'm really excited for this class, and just let me know how things are going. All the best. Thank you so much.